Hello, and welcome to OptiPro Systems Knowledge on Tap. Today we're going to take a look at Mastercam 2023 and associative dynamic plane creation, along with associative selection to wireframe and solid features. On the part we have here in front of us, I have already gone ahead and I have created a drill counterbore, a circle mill on the top face. I've done a slot mill on the right face. And on the back face, I've got a facing toolpath operation. Now, when I created the right face and the back face, I used the dynamic genomen. I named it, and I placed the genomen on our location. And what we're going to take a look at is our advanced tab. Underneath our advanced tab, our settings, we have two boxes that are checked for associative origin and associative orientation. Previously in Mastercam, these would be grayed out, but in 2023, these boxes are now checked. What these do is they are going to link the planes and its underlying geometry, solid, surface, or mesh, so that when we change or move the geometry or the origin point, the plane definition is going to update along with it. So it's going to be guilty by association, and it is going to follow along with changes that we make. So I'm going to hit escape, and we're going to take a dive into what exactly this means. So I'm going to go drill counterbore parameters. My machining geometry here is arc selection. So this is based off the wireframe. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to take a look at linking parameters. Clearance, retract, and top of stock. I have picked an associative point represented here where it shows. I'm going to relocate this to the center. Somewhere on the top of our feature. When we are picking wireframe and we're going to associate, our depth is going to be absolute, or it's going to be incremental, and we physically have to punch in what that depth is. We can't associate to a depth. We could associate to a depth, but it's not going to follow along like it will when we do solid feature selection. I'm going to hit the green check. Let's take a look at our circle mill. And our parameters, our selection is solid feature. I'm going to hit OK. And like drill counterbore, my linking parameters, I did association for clearance, retract, feed plane, and top of stock. Again, my selection for all four was on the top of this face. My depth is going to be left incremental. I'm going to hit OK. So, looking at this, say these are in the right location. So I can go model prep. I'm going to say move. Well, remove history. All right. Double click on each one. And you know what? I'm going to rotate these 25 degrees. I'm going to hit OK. And now that I've rotated those, our right face, our slot mill that we have here, I would like to actually make this larger, and I want to relocate it. So I'm going to move it. When I go to do this, make sure our C plane and our T plane is going to be on the right face. I'll simply place it here, and I'm going to give it a 35-degree tilt, and I'll hit OK. Lastly, I want to push-pull. That depth is a little crazy there. Let's bring it up 1 inch. Let's go more, 1.5 inches. All right. Then I'm also going to sit here. Let's do a transform. I'm going to go dynamic, and I want to grab my wireframe. Say end selection. Place it in the center. And I forgot to move my C plane and T plane again. Let's go. Let's make it top. And it's got to be top for both. And right there. I'm going to place it right there. I'm going to hit the green check. And I also model prep. Let's push pull. Take this feature. Let's enlarge it. Doesn't matter what size I'm going to pick. This one actually couldn't go smaller. We'll make it yeah, about that sounds good. And lastly, depth. Too much. Oh boy. All right. So now I can hit the green check. I'm going to turn to wireframe, and let's take a look at what we got here. So now we see we have multiple different sizes, we have different depths, and we have wireframe that was originally in a location matching up to a solid feature, now in a different location. Our slot mill on the right face has been relocated, it has shifted its orientation, and our depth has changed. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say regenerate all dirty operations. Notice that on our drill counter bore with our arc selection and our associative linking parameters that the toolpath generated to where we moved it and the depth maintained that 1/4 inch that we told it. But our circle mill not only followed the relocation that we moved the part, but it also followed the diameter size of the hole and the depth. So it made multiple different cuts from one tool operation with multiple different hole sizes. Our right face slot mill not only updated its geometry for its depth, but its location and its size. In the past, if I were to do linking parameters and I said everything was absolute, if I had to regenerate these toolpaths, I would be coming up with errors. I would have to go back in to my wireframe and my geometry, and I would have to reselect everything. I would have to go back through, make my changes for my linking parameters to correct where I was. But now, with the ability to use associative dynamic plane creations and being able to use associative linking parameters, everything follows along. It makes life so much easier if you have to modify a part, and I can't express how much more nicer this is to use. And with that, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. And with that, hope to see you again. Bye.